Oh, there's no Wi-Fi? But yeah. Oh, it was down again? Oh. Well, at least it's supposed to be faster now. Yes. Huh? Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. I don't think. Okay. Okay, so we can't use the link from the way it's listed, otherwise it's not going to show. So you're supposed to. Normally what you do is you just. I don't want to play this. I just want the first part of this embedding link. I'm not even sure what to call it. So if you just go back to the place where we posted the link, you can just edit it. So go to this thing. This thing will show up on the side. The pen is for editing, and you can edit the link. So the problem is that this isn't a format that it reads. So if you add this part where it has the YouTube watch question mark D, then it should work. So now if we try this, it's probably going to show the video like this. So.
You just basically copy the
I
link
will,
from the URL.
yeah, because you need to list it in a certain way. So if you write something, it'll show up. And this is a 15-second lag on the live. So now we know that it works. I want to see if the audio works. Okay, just turn it back on. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm definitely gonna probably have to go over this with you guys again. But, yeah. And this. Yeah, I wrote.
Before we begin, do you guys have any questions? Right. 2.9. Let me pull it up. Okay, yeah, in there. What problem do you have? Okay. How are you doing? So we can get to 2.9. If you want to wait, I can start from chapter 2 and go through all the exercises from the beginning. How far have you guys gotten with your exercises? What chapter are you guys on? On chapter 3, inshallah. So we'll go over chapter 2. You can double check your work. If there are any questions that you guys have, please ask me. All right, so Bismillah ar-Rahim, we'll start with exercise 2.1, but before we do that, what we always do, inshallah, what we plan to do is to review the vocabulary. So from chapter 1 vocabulary, which were very simple terms by now, right? We all have chapter 1's terms ready by now? No? Yes? Chapter 1's vocabulary, you guys have good? Solid? And you guys reviewed it? Yes, inshallah. So we'll begin with chapter 2 terms then, just to review. What does kabirun mean? Okay. And we use, when we're talking about a person and we want to say he's old or she is old, do we use qadim or kabir? Kabir. Right? We use kabir for age. Because qadim can also mean ancient, and we don't want to say that man is ancient. We want to say that man is elderly or that woman is elderly. So we use the word kabir. And then also, we don't say that person is qasir. If we're trying to talk about their age is young, we use the word saghir. So kabir means big, large, great, can also mean old for age. What does tawil mean? Tawil, long, tall. And then ba'id, far, distant. And how do you say new? Okay, good. How do you say heavy? Thaqil. How do you say short? Thaqil. And then how do you say close, nearby? Qarib. And then old, ancient? Qadim. And then light, not khafif. Good. So we're talking about weight. How do you say is or are? There are two words. What are they? And what's the second one? So these are interrogative words that we use to ask questions. How do you say yes? No? And? And? Wa. Wa. Right? Wa with the fatha is and. Let's go over exercise 2.1. Make the following sentences into questions. Into questions using both a and hal. Make sure to write out all of the vowels, then translate into English. So, before we begin, do we have any questions? Okay. Number 1. How do you say this sentence? How do you make this into a sentence? With a question mark. Ahada waladun, and then there's a question mark. What does ahada waladun mean? Yeah, is this, not is he, is this. Is this a boy? Hada, is this? Huwa, ahuwa waladun? That be, is he a boy? Well, I mean, is he a boy? When we say he, then generally we know that it's a boy or a male. All right, number 2. How do you make that into a question? Huh? That's, yeah. هل ذلك باب or أذلك باب. Both work. And number 3, هل هذا أستاذ أهذا أستاذ. What does that mean? Is this a teacher? Number 4, أهذا ماء. Is this water? Number 5, أذلك بيت. أذلك or هل ذلك بيت. Both work. They're both used synonymously. We use hal more often when there is a word that begins with alif or hamza, so that you don't have a double hamza. You can use you can use hal, but in places where it's difficult to use we use hal. Does that make sense? Okay. Number 6, هذا رجل. What does that mean? Yes. هذا رجل question mark. Is this a man? Number 7, هذا مسجد question mark means, is this a mosque? Number 8, هذا قلم question mark. What does that mean? Okay, good. Is this a pen? Number 9, ذلك طالب. But we need to make this sentence into a question. هل ذلك طالب or أذلك طالب question mark. What does that mean? Look carefully. Look at it again. Are we using, look carefully again. Are we using this, that, he? Which one are we using here? What's ذلك mean? That, right? So we're making this into a question. أذلك or هل ذلك, whichever one you want to use, طالب. So is that a student? Okay? You guys look kind of confused. Everything okay? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. You have a question? We can slow down. There's no need for you to catch up. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, so before class starts, you can also, I'll give like a few minutes if you want to come ask me any questions. And then also after class, Sheikh Mustafa has his Q&A, so ask any questions you have over there. Okay, we can talk to Imam Mustafa about that. And I'll ask him about that if you want to live stream it again, post the video. Okay? We'll talk about that. All right, so we're on number 10 now, exercise 2.1. How do we make this question sentence to a question? 2.1, this is the last one, number 10. Yes. هل هذا كتاب or هذا كتاب, which means what? Is this a book? Okay, good. Now let's go to exercise 2.2. Any questions on exercise 2.1? No, okay. So number 1. أهذا بيت. Now answer me in Arabic. Don't answer me in English. أهذا بيت. I'm asking you guys. Good. لا هذا طالب. So أهذا بيت means, is this a house? And the answer is, when we look at the picture, that does not look like a house to me or to you guys either. So that looks like a student. So we say no, لا, comma, هذا. We use the word هذا because the question had هذا, not ذلك. We have to be very careful with that as well. So لا. On the ha, هذا. On the ha is a fatha, or a alif, sorry, alif مكسورة. Okay, so it's أهذا بيت, question mark, is this a house? The answer is no. لا هذا طالب. This is a student. All right, let's move on to question number 2. أذلك ماء. Answer me in Arabic. Good. أذلك ماء. Is this water? The answer does not look like water. It looks like a house. So لا ذلك بيت. No, that is a house. That's the answer for number 2. Yes, that also has another fun. Number 3. أهذا رجل. نعم. هذا رجل. Is this a man? Yes. نعم. This is a man. Later on in chapter 3, we get to the huwa and the hiya. I don't think we get to the hiya just yet. In chapter 3, we get to the huwa, and that's where we will use he. So right now, we're just using this and that, so we get a clink to this there. We're on number 4 now. أهذا قلم. Good. أهذا قلم. Is this a pen? No, this is water. لا هذا ماء. Good. Number 5. أذلك مسجد. Good. So أذلك مسجد means, it translates to, is that a mosque? And we answer in Arabic, نعم, yes, it is a mosque. ذلك مسجد. That is a mosque, not it. That is a mosque. هل هذا أستاذ? Number 6. لا هذا ولد. Good. So this question is asking, هل هذا أستاذ? أستاذ, is this a teacher? And the answer is no, this is a boy, a child. لا هذا ولد. Do you see how here they're using interchangeably? In the first few questions we're using a, and later on we're starting to use hal. So it doesn't matter which one you use any of them, but when you have an alif already there in an existent word, you do not want to make a double alif. Okay? Well, we're not there yet. We'll stick to what we are learning right now, because that's a little more far in the further chapter. Well, we want to use la, hada, whatever, and just say what it is. But I get your question, and we'll get there, inshallah. So number 7. هل هذا ولد? Good. هل هذا ولد? Is this a boy? لا, no. هذا أستاذ. This is a teacher. أذلك كتاب? Number 8. No. أذلك كتاب? Is this a book? نعم. ذلك كتاب. Yes, this is a book. هل ذلك بيت? Number 9. No. So هل ذلك بيت? Is this a house? لا. ذلك باب. No, this is a door. Any questions so far? We're on exercise 2.2, number 10. أهذا قلم? Yes. أهذا قلم? Is this a pen? نعم. Yes. هذا قلم. This is a pen. We're now on exercise 2.3. Combine the two sentences together using the conjunction and, which is what in Arabic? What does and translate to in Arabic? Wa. Making sure to write out all of the vowels, then translate into English. All right, so number 1, how do we make these two sentences into a combined sentence? So هذا ولد is one sentence, هذا رجل is another sentence. How do we make these two sentences into one? Good. هذا ولد وهذا رجل. What does it mean? And this is a what? Yes. You got a question? We're on exercise 2.3. So هذا ولد وهذا رجل. This is a boy and this is a man. Number two. ذلك باب. How do I connect it to make the second part? وهذا مسجد. ذلك باب وهذا مسجد. What is it? Yes. This. No. Is this or that? Yes. ذلك باب وهذا مسجد. That is a door, and this is a mosque. So ذلك باب وهذا مسجد. Number three. Someone want to read that sentence to me? هذا أستاذ وهذا قلم. This is a teacher, and this is a pen. Good. Any questions? Okay. Number four. Someone read it for me? Anyone? Okay. هذا قلم وذلك طالب. Now what does this mean? Okay, someone else? You lost? We're on exercise 2.3, number 4. Did you find it? Yeah. We're trying to combine the sentence by adding the word "and," and in Arabic, "and" translates to "wa." Okay, so what does this translate to? I haven't heard a proper translation yet. Okay, so over here we're combining these two and asking a question. Anyone else want to give it a try? All right, so if I ask, is this a chair and that a door? So I'm making the word "and" a combined interrogative sentence. So هذا قلم وذلك طالب. I'm asking, is this a pen and is that a student? Make sense? Okay, so هذا قلم وذلك طالب. So there should be a question mark there when you write it down on your own. هل ذلك بيت وهذا كتاب. It's the same type of sentence. Does someone want to go ahead? Okay, and what does it translate to? Is this a book? And is this a book? So هل ذلك بيت وهذا كتاب? Question mark. And then it translates to, is that a house and this a book? Any questions on that exercise? No. That's why this wa, we use it. Even in English, we use the word "and," and it just combines the sentence. We don't have to ask, multiple times. We don't have to say "hal" multiple times. And if there's anything you need me to write out to show you, please ask me. I'll write as much as needed. For example, translating from English to Arabic. So inshallah, if you need anything else for me to write, let me know. We're on exercise 2.4. Read the following out loud, then rewrite them with all of the vowels and signs. All right, so number 1. Read it all out. Everyone read it out loud. Wal wala. Look on the dal. Yeah. Wal wala do. So what does that mean? And the boy. Right? Wa means and. Al waladu. The alif lam that comes before the word makes it definite, makes it the. We emphasized this last week as well, but for those who were unable to attend last week's session or hear it online, We talked about alif lam being definite. So wal waladu means and the boy. Wa means and. Al waladu means the boy. Now if I said wa waladun, if I said wa waladun, what would that mean? Well, I'm saying waladun and a boy, right? So if we use tanween waladun, that means a boy. If I say al waladu, the boy. So I'm actually talking about something when I put al, making it definite. Number two, al ba. Can you repeat that again? Last part. Al babu. It's impossible for it to be al babun. Okay. If it has the alif lam on it, there can't be a tanween. Okay. Okay. I just mentioned that like 5 seconds ago before you came in, but I'll write them out as well. No, I asked them if there's anything specific they want me to write out. I'll write out, and from the English, I'll definitely write that into Arabic. But I'll start writing from here on. So we are on exercise 2.4, number 3. So read this out loud to me. Yes, al-ustadu, which translates to what? So this is al-ustadu. What does it mean? The teacher. And what is the next one? Okay, correct. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Inshallah. We're having a discrepancy in the versions that are being sent out. No, I'm getting used to it again. All right, so we're on exercise 2.4, number 4. Am I using the right pen? Okay, this is just it's a bit different from last time. All right. I'm doing it very weird. I think it's the first time using screen check, so it's faster than it's not screen time later. So al-ma'u, which means the water. Wal-baytu, which means the house. Okay, and then number 6, how do you say it? الرجل, which means first exercise we do in the exercise 2.4. It will be addressed. Okay, we are on number 6. I'm sorry, number 7, which means المسجد, المسجد, and then number 8, which means and number 9. Number 8 was al-qalamu, which means the pen, and then what talibu means and the and the student. That's supposed to be a question, okay? That's talibu. And then the last one in this lesson is al-kitab, which means for 2.5, exercise 2.5, and this is the one that's in English. If you have a different version, we're using the one, exercise 2.5 is translate the following into Arabic. Make sure to write out all of the vowels and signs. If there's a discrepancy in the packet that you have, just find the lesson that starts with number 1, the door. How do I say the door? I'm on 2.5. And this document I just downloaded today. This is the most recent one on the Kansas website. So if you have a different one, just go ahead and pull up the one that is on your website right now. So al-babu, which is the door, which is number 1. How do you say the mosque? This is also supposed to be on top of the line. Masjidu, okay, and then we have number 3, which is al-ma, which is the water. Number 4, it can't be al-talibu, it has to be al-talibu, which is the student. Okay. Number 5, what is number 5? Yeah, this is the on top of the stars. You said that. What's number 5? The answer to number 5? الولد. الولد is number 5. And then number 6. الرجل. Okay. And then number 7. الأستاذ. Is الأستاذ mean? The teacher. If I said أستاذ, what would that mean? If I said أستاذ, a teacher, it's indefinite. If I said al-ustadu, then it'd be the teacher, which is how it's written right now. If I said ustadun, which is indefinite, what would it be? A teacher. It could be any teacher. And then number 8 is what? The pen. And then number 9. Number 9 is the two. Okay. And then number 10. El-kitabu. Okay. That's exercise 2.5. Any questions? Okay, we're going to start exercise 2.6. Make the combination of the two words into nominal sentences, making sure to write out all of the vowels and signs. Number 1, how do I make this into a sentence? If I said waladun kabirun, that would not be a sentence because both would be indefinite. Al-waladu, the boy is the book. Al-waladu kabirun, which means, what does that mean? The boy is big. Any questions on that before we move on to the next question? Al-waladu kabirun, this is a sentence, right? Because this is saying the boy is big. Now if I said waladun kabirun, it just means a big boy. Hada walad, right? But that would be incorrect because you can say hada waladun kabirun. Is that what you can say? This is a big boy. Let's try to go with al-waladu kabirun. The boy is big. All right. Number 2, al-babu. Al-babu tawilun. What does this mean? Al-babu. What does that mean? Oh, tall, right? Al-babu tawilun, right? You notice how this sentence, one part of it is definite al, the second part is indefinite. that would make it into adjective. Now that would just make it it would not make it a sentence. Over here, we're asking for it to make the two words into a nominal sentence. So if I say waladun kabirun, I'm just saying a big boy. That's not a sentence. That's just a fragment. It's not a complete sentence. So we're asking for a nominal sentence here. That's why we're using al-waladu kabirun. Make sense? Okay. Now how am I going to write number 3? Al-istadu. This is also supposed to be on top of the line. I'm just getting adjusted to using this. Al-istadu qasirun. What does that mean? Good. It means the teacher is short. Number 4. Al-ma'un or al-ma'u? Al-ma'u. What does that mean? Yes, the water is new. Yes, ask. No, we're saying the water is new. Because we're making into a sentence there. If we said the new water, that's not a sentence, right? That's just what we learned last week in lecture. We're talking about adjectives. That just makes it into a phrase. It's not an actual sentence. Okay? Okay. Can you take this off? So number 5, how do I say that? Am I going to write that? Beitu Sagirun. What does that mean? Good. The house is small. The house is small. Beitu Sagirun. That's why his name kind of looks like a cat. But over here, Beitu Sagirun. Okay. Number 6. Ar-rajulu. Ar-rajulu thaqilun. What does that mean? The man is heavy. Good. Ar-rajulu thaqilun. So for audio. Ar-rajulu thaqilun. Let's go on to number 7. What does ar-rajulu thaqilun mean? The man is heavy. Okay, now let's go to number 7. Al-masjidu. What does that mean? You can say ancient or old. Inshallah, Azan will be called right now. So we'll take a 3-minute break real quick.
الله أكبر الله أكبر
You can take it off, yeah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Okay, so number 7 is al-masjidu qadimun, which means the masjid. Yeah, okay, so both work. The masjid is old or ancient. We're talking about basically the property has been there for a long time. So let's go to number 8. Qalamun ba'idun. How do I make that into a sentence? Don't look up here. It's from your own homework. Al-qalamu ba'idun. What does that mean?
The pen is far.
Good. The pen is far. And then number 9. So at-talibu qaribun. And what does that mean?
The student is near.
And student is close or nearby? Both work. Near is fine too. At-talibu qaribun. The student is near, close by, whichever terminology you want to use, basically showing proximity that he is nearby. Number 10.
Al-kitab khafif.
What does that mean? The book
Is light.
The book is light. Al-kitabu khafifun. Any questions on this lesson? Okay, so the book is light. That is exercise 2.6. And we are now on exercise 2.7. Translate the following into Arabic, making sure to write out all the vowels and signs. Number 1, how do I say the door is large? Okay, so just to answer your question about the hada in the previous lesson, this is why we're doing it this way. If you look at this exercise, exercise 2.7, you see how it's translated? We're using that same translation so that there's the definite and there's the indefinite. So the door is large. We just saw in the previous lesson, al-babu kabirun, right? And then over here in number 2 in exercise 2.6, we see babu bab, and we see طويل. So to make that a sentence, we say الباب طويل. In this case, we're talking about large. So we're going to say in exercise 2.7, number 1, the door is large. We're going to say الباب كبير. Okay, الباب كبير, the door is large. Number 2. Good. المسجد صغير, which means the masjid is small. Good. Now number 3. الماء ثقيل, which means
The water is heavy.
good. Islam is supposed to come up a little bit. And then we have number 4.
الطالب قصير.
Student is short, which is الطالب قصير. This is incorrect. What does that mean? الطالب قصير means the student is
Student is short.
And then we go to number 5.
الولد طويل.
الولد الولد طويل. And then number 6.
الرجل قريب.
الرجل قريب. And then number 7.
الأستاذ بعيد.
Which means the teacher is far. It translates into Arabic as Al-Ustadu Qaribun. I'm sorry. Is that what it's written down? Yeah, the teacher is far. So Al-Ustadu Ba'idun. Thank you for that. And we are out of time now. So inshallah, we will continue from exercise 2.7, number 8, next week, inshallah. I'm not sure. So we only have, inshallah, we'll finish the next 2 exercises next week, and we'll start chapter 3 next week in discussion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And if you have any questions, please email, and we'll send out that the email that I or Sister Sana will be responding to, inshallah, shortly, hopefully by the end of the day.